Hello everybody and welcome on back to another brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. I'm Sean, and every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. Today we are trying kind of a funky item that I don't know if I got to super late or am really early on, but it's Snickerdoodle Twix. And the reason that I'm not sure if I'm super early or very late on it is because it was the only one there, and it wasn't even in its own box. It was mixed in with some other like regular Twix. So I was like, oh cool, I found this. This is a nice little surprise. I'll go ahead and pick it up. It was kind of expensive at the gas station. I did get the share size, 4 bars. So I can eat 4 of them. I can share with myself. That's more the point I was trying to make. So it was like $4, which is kind of a bit much. If you're asking me, but maybe you could find it at a different location that might be a little bit better, but I don't know if this is super early or I'm super late just because that was the only one that I saw. I even looked in the regular candy aisle, and it was in kind of the spot in Maverick where it would be like, this is a new item or a specialty item. It's a little more in the, I don't know what they would call them. Usually I go with end caps, but it's more in the middle. What would that be? That's like all end cap. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is that's where I found it. So it does kind of matter, Sean. Like, let's get it together. I know that I'm excited about the Snickerdoodle, but we can also learn how to talk to people because that's what we're trying today. I did check the expiration date and we are good. May of 2026. So I don't know exactly how far in advance you usually buy your candy bars. That could be an indicator on whether I'm early or late to the party. Let's jump in and try it. Because nothing shuts me up much quite like putting something in my mouth. Is it going to be the texture of the cookie? I should have bought a regular one. I thought about it, but I didn't follow through. I'm not noticing any significant difference in the flavor profile of the Twix itself. Maybe like a tinge there on the very back end. Maybe a little bit. But I think it's a little bit crisper and a little bit crunchier. I do like Twix. They're one of the upper echelon candy bars that I would pick. Normally I would go for like I like M&M's probably in like that number 1 slot. Kit Kat's usually the favorite. They have Kit Kat, Reese's, and M&M's kind of in their own like category. And then it would be something like a cookies and cream, Hershey's, and like a Crunch bar. And then Twix would kind of be in that like second tier level. So I do eat them pretty frequently. But this one, I think it's just a textural difference, which makes me kind of wonder what the point of it is. Usually what you would want is you would want that Snickerdoodle to really come through from a flavor perspective, but I don't really know that I'm getting much of a difference in flavor. It just is crunchier, a little bit different of a texture. Maybe that's all people need. I don't know. What's the flavor profile of a Snickerdoodle? Great, now we get to use the internet. What is the flavor? FLAVV profile of a what is Snickerdoodle flavor? Okay, that's not even a complete sentence. Let's see. Sugar cookies. Type of cookie. What? What's the sugar cookies? Main ingredients, flour, butter, oil. So it wouldn't characterized by a cracked surface. It could be either crisp or soft depending on the ingredients used. That's the least helpful thing in the world. That's so unhelpful. Cinnamon sugar. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I'm not really getting cream of tartar. I love a little tartar sauce with my Snickerdoodles. I'm not getting the cinnamon. Even if it was a light dusting, even if it was just a hint of it, I think that would make it a more successful thing. But I just keep going back to the texture and it being a little crisper, a little crunchier, maybe a little bit more voluminous, maybe. Kind of noticed that right off the bat. I don't know. This is a weird one. I think this one's a tough sell. I think you really have to like and appreciate the flavor profile of Snickerdoodle to maybe even notice that there's a difference between, okay, what's the flavor, what kind of cookie does Twix usually use? What is the Twix cookie? C-O-O-K-I-E? Twin cookies. That's not helpful. What kind of cookie is in a Twix? Okay, this will be super helpful. What mystery? Shortbread style. Shortbread style biscuit. Oh boy, now we got to figure out what's shortbread. What is shortbread? S-H-O-R bread. Shortbread. Traditional Scottish, usually made from 1 part white sugar, 2 parts butter. Associated with Christmas. Not helpful. Name, ingredients, shapes, varieties. Oh man, none of that's helpful. Egg yolk. Nope, that's not helpful. Cultural association. Butter cookie. Okay. This all just looks very plain. Maybe this wasn't a very good idea, plan for them, because it seems like they've picked 2 things that are kind of similar, with the seeming difference being the cinnamon dusting that the Snickerdoodle gets, but you don't really get that here. It's really funky. I don't know. This one's a tougher sell. It's a harder sell now that I've done 3 Google searches than it was at the beginning. At the beginning, I was like, I don't know. And then we looked at the Snickerdoodle and was like, well, I guess you have to appreciate it. And then looking up what the Twix cookie is, it's like, if you want a textural difference, I guess go for it. But I don't know. You might have already missed it, or it might be on the way soon. This is the least informational video. I know that it was about $4. That's it. And I do know that this lovely show posts every Wednesday and Saturday on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I don't hate it. I just don't understand what the difference is. I think that is what it comes down to. And I'm sure you've gathered that, because I bet I've said that in some variation 6 different times. But let me know if you've tried it, or if you would like to try it down in the comment section below. You either missed it or be on the lookout for it. So there you have it. If you'd like more taste tests, I post them every Wednesday and Saturday right here on the channel. Subscribe right over there. New playlist, or the playlist updates with that all the time. There's over 300 of these. That's right. I sat in front of a camera over 300 times and talked about 1 or more food items. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you so much. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. And we will see you next time on Taste Test. As always, bon appetit.